Donald Trump just can't help himself. Before heading off to the G7 summit, Donald Trump once again dropped a threatening bombshell that sent shockwaves across the entire globe. Honestly, I'm confused why Trump thinks he can even still play the part of the tough guy, the strong man. He is the most weak, pathetic person around. I mean, he's making these threats while the entire nation is turning against him. Donald Trump's birthday parade, for example, it was so embarrassing, even Russia is mocking the event. There are so many reasons as to why someone should mock Russia. So when Russia mocks you, you know you messed up. Honestly, I understand the mockery. I mean, Trump literally claimed that the fact it didn't rain during his birthday parade somehow disproves climate change.
So I asked if they gave it 100% chance, right? 100% it was going to rain like crazy, and it didn't rain at all. How did they predict 100 years out and 50 years out or 200 years out? They didn't do too well, the weather people, last night.
Well, you certainly can't disprove the numbers, Donald Trump. That's right. Trump is making these threats right after his embarrassing birthday parade. Part of the reason it was so incredibly embarrassing is because everyone was protesting Donald Trump. As you can see from this new data, no King's Day protest was the single largest US protest in American history. I mean, this is absolutely enormous, and it's sure to have Donald Trump seething.
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything, and I just am so scared and upset, and I don't understand why people voted for this person.
But of course, Donald Trump is desperate. He is desperate to be taken seriously. He's desperate to be seen as the big, tough, strong man. So once again, he made another threat. This time, Trump dropped a disturbing bombshell right before heading off to the G7 summit. Take a look.
Just before heading to the G7 summit in the Canadian Rockies, President Trump dropped a destabilizing bombshell. Unless new trade deals are signed by July 9th, dozens of countries could face massive tariffs, some as high as 50%.
Announced at the G7 summit coming up. Look, we have our trade deals. All we have to do is send a letter. This is what you're going to have to pay. But I think we'll have a few new trade deals, yeah.
But there's no deal, only a threat, and global markets are already reacting to the uncertainty. Since returning to power, Trump's back-and-forth tariff threats have left the global economy on shaky ground. One week he promises deals. The next, he's threatening economic punishment. This volatility has rattled international markets, strained alliances, and put U.S. businesses in a constant state of limbo. American manufacturers are warning of delayed investments. Farmers fear losing export markets, again. And supply chains, still recovering from past trade wars, are bracing for another round of disruption. Consumer prices could rise, and retaliation from allies is almost guaranteed. The damage isn't just economic, it's diplomatic. A recent international survey found that China is now viewed more favorably than the United States in several regions. A stunning shift that reflects the global frustration with Trump's unpredictability. As world leaders prepare to discuss security threats from Iran and Russia, Trump's looming trade war has hijacked the G7 agenda. If no deals are struck by his deadline, the global economy could be pulled back into chaos, driven not by necessity, but by Trump's latest power play.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Trump. This isn't the art of the deal, okay? This is the art of destroying America. Threatening countries with tariffs is pretty much like saying, unless you make a deal with the US, we're going to start taxing US citizens more. It makes absolutely no sense, and this entire thing is just embarrassing. Also, at this point, Taco Trump, he'll probably just back out anyway.